A 5.1 magnitude earthquake is felt across the state. The epicenter in Lincoln County near Prague. There have been more than 20 earthquakes since then. Joining us live this morning over the phone is Trey Davis with the Oklahoma Corporation Commission. Good morning, Trey. And just starting off, what can you tell us about this earthquake? Any idea of what's caused this?
Well, as you mentioned, it was a 5.1. It occurred at 11:24 last evening. I understand from Jake Walter at the Oklahoma Geological Survey, it's very near the 5.3 earthquake that occurred in that region back in 2011. We spent a couple of hours last evening looking at activity in the area. This is not necessarily unusual for this area. Back in 2016 and 2017, we took action to shut in several wells, and we anticipate probably that's going to occur this time. We're taking a look at it. Generally, when you think about earthquakes, you think about wastewater injection wells, sometimes fracking, but injecting waste into what's known as the Arbuckle, which runs completely across the state. And so a number of years ago, we began pulling wells out of the Arbuckle to a shallower depth, limiting what could be injected into the Arbuckle. And so we're taking a look at those wells within the region of the epicenter.
All right, Trey, and of course that main earthquake was in Prague, but there have been quite a few earthquakes since then. Where were those and what can you tell us about them?
So they tend to be either to the north or the south of the epicenter from looking at the Oklahoma Geological Survey. Many of those have ranged from 2.9 to 3.5. It's not unusual. This is a very old fault line that goes through that area. And, we've learned from studying these to, for the most part, stay out of the Arbuckle. But we'll be taking a look at those shallower depths just to make sure that there's no potential causal link between activity in the area and the earthquakes that occurred last night and overnight.
Okay, and we've been getting some pictures, some videos, but have you received any reports of damage, major or even minor?
No, we haven't, and that's not necessarily unusual. That's usually handled by first responders, Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, perhaps a Prague Police Department, other police departments in Lincoln County, and northeastern Pottawatomie County, maybe even northern Seminole County.
Okay, Trey, anything else our viewers need to know about this earthquake?
No, we are continuing to investigate, and we will update you.
Okay, thank you so much, Trey Davis with the Oklahoma Corporation Commission. And now we're going to head out to our Deanne Stein. She's joining us live in Prague this morning. Deanne, what are you seeing?
Hi, Haley. Yeah, this last time I was here in Prague was 2011, I think, and it was for the earthquake that hit back then. A little bit larger, but 5.1, man, people felt it here. We were going to the only place I thought would be open was a donut shop, so Prague Bakery. We came in here this morning, and we talked to the folks in here, and they saw not a lot of damage, but definitely some things moved around. Come on in, Lauren. So Rick Dawson here, he's the owner of Prague Bakery, and you said you felt it like most people did?
Yes, I was in bed at home, and all of a sudden we woke up and it was shaking pretty good.
Yeah. Did you have any damage at all?
The only thing it was is my wife's carry-out cabinet. The door was open, and she had to unlock it to put it back.
Wow.
It was locked.
So shaking pretty good?
Yeah.
Not like 2011, though?
No.
What did you find here? Anything?
We found a few things on the floor, but other than that, and some of the pictures were crooked,
right.
But no damage.
Right. These are your grandkids?
Yes.
Hey
yes.
there. What's your name?
Kaylee.
Kaylee. Did you feel it last night?
No.
No? What about you? What's your name?
River.
Did you feel it?
They slept through it.
Oh, wow.
They're hard sleepers.
They slept right through it.
Yeah, but their parents woke up.
They did? Okay, well, great. Well, a lot of people coming in, they're telling us the same thing, that they're feeling the shakes, but not a lot of damage yet. We think maybe the lady across the street, the coffee shop, they may have had a little damage, so we're going to check into that.
Yeah, they were on the Facebook saying that they were going to be closed today cleaning up.
Okay.
So I think they had lots of fall off the shelves.
Oh, gosh. Okay, thanks, Rick. So we'll check that out here in a little bit. But, yeah, pretty much a lot of shaking, not a lot of damage that we've seen firsthand yet, but we'll check it out and get back to you live in Prague. Deanne Stein, Oklahoma's Own News 9.
Thanks, Dan. And you may remember Prague was struck with a 5.7 magnitude earthquake back in 2011. That quake damaging a number of homes and businesses in the area.
It was just rocks was coming down, and it's just everything was just making such a loud noise that it was really scary. It actually landed kind of in my lap, and it's made 2 large hematomas, they said.
That was an interview from 2011 right after the earthquake. News 9 was on the air when it hit.
Having an earthquake right now. Our light's shaking quite a bit here. It is now calming down as another earthquake has just hit.
Just last year, natural gas company New Dominion agreed to a nearly $6 million settlement in a class action lawsuit over that earthquake. The lawsuit accused New Dominion of causing the quake with its disposal well operations. The company denies being responsible. And just 3 weeks ago, the metro was hit with an earthquake swarm just north of Arcadia Lake near Edmond. The largest of those, a 4.3. Investigators are still trying to pinpoint the cause of that swarm. There aren't any active oil and gas operations in the area. We've been feeling the several aftershocks this morning after a 5.1 magnitude earthquake was felt statewide last night. News 9's Deanne Stein joins us live from Prague. Good morning, Deanne.
Good morning, Haley. That's right. You know, when David was talking about those storms rolling in last night, I don't think we were expecting an earthquake, but it's Oklahoma, right? But I felt it as far as Yukon, and the house shook and everything. And I think one viewer even explained it and kind of described it as thunder underground. I thought that was a perfect way to describe it, because that's exactly what I thought. Thunder at first, until the house kept shaking. And then I realized, oh, that was an earthquake. But we're still here at Prague Bakery. It's been busy in and out. We're kind of at a dead spot, but I do see one gentleman over here, so I think we're going to come by here and ask you a couple of questions. Now, I think I talked to you earlier, and you said you did feel a little something.
I did feel the shaking and everything. I got up. I don't have any damage so far at my house that I know of. I live here in Prague and everything. But it did get my attention last night when it got off. And then the aftershocks kept for several while.
How many of those?
I'm going to say there's 3 or 4 anyway on it and everything.
Okay. Were you here in 2011 when the big one hit?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
I've been around here for about 60 years.
Wow.
So.
Okay, so how did that one compare?
Well, you know, funny of that, I didn't feel much of that one. That was a mild one, everybody.
But this one you felt?
This one here I felt on that and everything. The whole house shook and everything. And I was surprised that I haven't found any damage yet. Now, I hear some damage. And, of course, that's why I come down here to the bakery early in the morning to get all the reports and everything. Everybody shows up here one time or another on it. And so I can kind of get the reports from what's going on around town and everything,
right.
Any damage or anything.
Okay, what's your name?
Paul Spidler.
All right. Well, nice to meet you. Thanks for
meet
talking with us. And he's exactly right. I mean, this is a hot spot, and this is where everybody's coming in, and everybody's saying the same thing. They really felt it. The house was shaking, things off the wall. We're hearing about some more damage about 7-8 miles out of town here. We did mention earlier in my previous live shot that the beans and cream business was damaged, and I got clarification that it's okay. It was actually the owner's home that was damaged, and he told me that it took it off the foundation. I think you were here too, and it took it off the foundation about 1 inch. So we're hearing some more damage about 7-8 miles from downtown Prague. So we'll keep an eye on it and be back to see you soon. Back to you, Haley.
All right, thanks, Dan. We'll check in with you a little bit later. A live streamer captures the 5.1 magnitude earthquake on camera. They were streaming last night's rainstorm when the earthquake hit, saying they originally thought it was thunder. The footage showing the moments the room began to shake.